Good morning, Nicole.
Morning.
Look at all the black screens. Nobody's got their camera on. It makes me sad. Good morning, Nicole. How's your walk?
It's freezing,
It's not
but
freezing.
it's
38 degrees outside. That is temperature is not freezing.
yeah, but it's still cold.
Cold. I'll give you cold, but not freezing. You and Heather. Heather says it all the time. It's freezing. It is not freezing. Far from freezing. It is 4 degrees away.
Dan, I have 8 inches of snow in my front yard, so I can
Oh,
just do that.
I'm so sorry for you.
Why are you guys sorry? Snow was awesome.
Snow's awesome, especially in Oracle, because it's like 3 days worth of playtime. We slide down my big hill, we build a snowman, and then it's gone.
You guys, I grew up in Western New York for half my life. So the snow was up to my thighs, no joke, walking to school. And I don't care to ever see snow in my life again.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Not right. That's not right. We like, it's beautiful, and then it snows, and then it's gone. And that's the way snow should be.
Yeah, my daughter was like jumping up and down, so excited when we got like 0.25 in our backyard a couple years ago, and I was looking at it like, no.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful, snowy Purple Shirt Tuesday out there, and I'm hoping you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us on Scripts and Tricks this morning. We're going to continue our conversation around listings because I don't know if you guys know this. February is the month where KWRI and MAPS Coaching, the coaching community I'm part of, puts out what they call Love and Listing. February is the month of love, right? Right, Headshakes? And what rhymes with love? Listings. You're right. They don't rhyme, but they start with the same L. It's okay, but it works. But love and listings, meaning we're going to really focus in on what we can do to generate more listing traffic for yourself. And in doing so, capturing the market share that you're never going to give back, giving you the chance to market your name, brand yourself even better, and potentially get more buyers. And as Gary puts in the Good Red book that we talk about, a well-marketed listing should generate at least one buyer lead. So what can we do today to help you feel more comfortable sitting down at the table and having a conversation with somebody about listing their house? Where does it start? Great question, you might ask. It starts with your confidence to be able to ask good questions. What is the key and most important thing you need to do and understand a client's motivation?
Ask what their motivation is for moving.
Right?
There we go, right? It's pretty simple. If you don't know, ask. How can we ask that question? How can we unearth a reason for somebody to potentially sell their home?
What's making you folks want to move?
Well, we want to sell our house.
Okay.
You could say
Tucson.
What was that, Ms. Mara?
Are you staying here in Tucson?
We don't know.
Okay. Are you looking for something larger or smaller?
Probably the same.
Okay.
what makes you say that?
Yeah. Oh, well. Anything else about why you don't want to be in this house anymore?
Oh, we don't want to leave. We just thought it'd be a good time to sell.
Oh, so you're interested in getting the most money for your home because the market's really hot right now? Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Whoever's dinging really loud, dinging really loud. It's got to be Stormy. It's not easy when someone gives you a vague response, right? You feel like conversation's just kind of dead. You're like, okay. But oftentimes you're going to get leads. You're going to get people that are just going to brush it off, right? Hey, thank you so much for submitting your information online on my website looking to sell your house. Oh, I didn't do that. How many of those are going to do? People that actually ran ad campaigns are laughing because that's the response you get. Well, I didn't put my name in there. Okay, someone is out there submitting your information and your address for information on selling your address. So forgive me for believing it was you. But it all starts with a conversation. And the best way you're going to get to somebody's kitchen table is to have a conversation that revolves around solving an issue, right? So we need to go back to our story brand understanding, right? What story are they trying to remedy? Is the house too big? Is the house too small? Have the kids gone off to college and decided not to move home? Have the kids come home from college and you need more room? Are you and the husband working from home and you guys are fighting over office space? Let's get beyond the normal questions every damn realtor asks. Why do you want to sell your house? Are you trying to take advantage of the market? Are you looking to cash out the equity of your home? Money is only a small aspect of why people want to sell. Find the pain factor. Yes, Miss Emily.
Well, and more importantly, it's getting them talking and us not talking. So asking those
Right.
open-ended questions, what makes you say that? So even if they're short and glib, what makes you say that? Or what makes you feel that way? Or, getting them to, yeah, that was a short and glib answer, but getting them talking and us shutting up. Sorry, I'm at an inspection.
Did you guys resonate with her on that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want to know how you would actually respond to the person that denied they put their information in, Dan.
Apologetically.
Well,
Okay.
one, I don't usually deal with people like that because I usually am SOI. I only do sphere of influence. So I don't do a whole lot of those calls. So I'm unfamiliar with a lot of that. But typically, if it was something like that, it probably would be apologetically. I would just be, if you were looking for a home, what kind of home would you be looking for? And then just try to really just, be along those lines. I mean, and just kind of go from that direction. Because they're lying, there's, buyers are liars and they just don't want to talk to you, unfortunately.
So, yeah, that's 100% correct. Letha, to go further into your response, how would I respond to it? Hi, Miss Letha, my name is Big Dan Caldwell. Thank you so much for submitting your information on my online portal. I'm just reaching out to see how I can answer the questions about selling your home.
I didn't put anything in. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm very sorry that someone must be putting your information. Would anybody in your family or your household be looking for that information that may have submitted it and it just automatically defaulted to your name?
I would hope not.
Okay. Have you guys been thinking about it at all to wanting to move or make a change in real estate?
No, I mean, I love my home.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Ms. Letha, I don't want to take any more of your time. I know your time is precious and valuable. I want to say thank you so much for answering my call. And if that ever does change and you are looking to make a move in real estate, I'd hope you give me a call first so I can navigate that for you. I hope you have a great day, okay?
All right, you too. Bye.
And guess what?
What?
Now you don't hate me.
That's right. No, I don't hate you.
I will put you in my database and I'll follow up with you later on.
Okay, that's a good one.
So
I have a question that what would be the reason why someone would fill in the information and then deny they did it? Maybe knowing the reason would help.
people do a lot of stuff online with the attempt to get the information without ever having to talk to somebody. They full well know that they submit their name, phone number, email address, somebody's going to reach out to them at some point. But they do so hoping that they're just going to get the information. And that's it. That's why typically a phone call is not the best form of first communication. It's the one we always go to for some reason. We get a lead, we call it. You know, national standards on lead follow-up say that usually the media on which they communicate it is how they want to be responded to. They send you in a message on Facebook, respond with a message on Facebook. They send you an email, respond with an email, and then follow up with a call and a text. They send you a form written letter on parchment paper that was made in Roman Greece, then good luck. Larry's got 2 fingers. It's a Boy Scout.
Yeah. There was a video that was attached to one of the KW emails here just in the last day or so about marketing. And it was a really, really cool video. I don't remember the guy's name. I should have written it down. However, in that video, it was all about SMS texting, or just texting people, and how texting is really taking over as the lead form of contact for people and the lead form of how people want to communicate. And he, in this presentation, he made this statement: 90% of consumers talk via text as preferred method for this type of stuff. So you get someone that maybe put something in, and we call them. I'm beginning to believe here, because I'm hearing these high percentages of that texting taking over as the lead contact form, that maybe, as opposed to trying to call them right away when you get a lead, it's the text. Hey, responding to the, something. And here's another part. One member of a household, one member of the spousal unit may have ideas about wanting to sell the house, when the other one hasn't even thought about it, or they haven't even had a communication about it or a conversation about it. But they reach out to gain information, then all of a sudden go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So they'll act like I didn't do that, because they don't want to have something erupt in the household about a conversation about selling the house. But they still were trying to reach out to get some information. So, but anyway, I was surprised, back to the first thing, 90% of consumers talk via text.
I agree with that.
I've lived that. I've done entire transactions via text. It all depends on the age. The older population, they want a phone call. The younger population want to deal with only email and text.
And then us middle people, I think, are still in that text also.
Well, you want to go.
I don't think anybody wants to get sold to any direction. So
no, people and
Right.
Emily,
be ready to get mad at in any format.
Right.
Yeah, I would challenge every one of you to be okay with rejection. If I told you it took 100 no's to get a yes, would you take every phone call so difficultly?
No, you got to learn not to. Yeah, you have to learn.
People hate to be sold. Remember that. People hate to be sold. They do, however, love to buy. If you can help be somebody's guide, and they give them the reasons to buy and let them make the decision, 100%. You got something, Ms. Tricia?
Yeah, I agree with you that sometimes another family member can actually fill something out. My husband did this when we were ready to refinance. One Friday afternoon, I was sitting in my office and it blew up. And I thought, what's going on? And I picked up the first one, and it was a lender. And I hung up and I hollered down the hall, did you fill something out for us to refi? Yeah. I said, why'd you put my phone number on it? For weeks I got calls.
So, but did you guys refinance at one point?
We did, but we knew the lender. So it was kind of a by referral type of thing. But you know what? I tried to be really good about those calls, because I know what that's like. I don't want to just slam the phone on somebody or make them feel terrible about it, but I had to manage that.
How you respond to those calls is how you respond to others. Go ahead, Ms. Mara.
People will put in what they think is a bogus number, and you call it and it is somebody, and they're like, this has happened to me before. This person's putting my information in. They have no idea who that person was. But I got somebody, for example, the other day who their phone number had changed, and I went ahead and asked them anyway. Of course, we got to get comfortable doing that. Well, do you have any real estate needs or know anybody?
Right.
So whoever we talk to, we can ask the question.
Nobody gets shot on the phone.
I love that. I've never once been punched through the phone. before and after, but never during. So,
Well, and Trisha brings up a good point. And Mara as well. That's a default. Every now and then, expect for that phone number to be a wrong phone number. But as soon as you figure that out, go, well, okay, I guess that someone else either mistakenly put your number in, or they just put your number in so they didn't get called. But while I have you on the phone,
Right.
do you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell? You know, I mean, I've done that to marketers. You know, twist the conversation, and all of a sudden we're talking about real estate. You know, it's like, well, I'm in Alabama. Hey, I can still help you there. You know?
Right.
Emily, where are you?
I'm at a home inspection.
Oh, okay. I was like, Emily doesn't usually wear masks on calls.
No, I'm just at a home inspection. So
Hey, she's being safe.
I'm
Just
being
being
safe.
safe.
Come on.
Come on. So the conversation is, I want you guys to get comfortable as asking for people on the phone for information, but doing so politely, uncovering a root story, uncovering an issue that we can have a solution to. You've heard me say this a million times. If you are a salesperson with a product and a person does not have a problem you can solve, you are worthless. If you have the solution and they have the problem, you guys have a deal. It's just natural. It's presenting options for opportunities. We have to uncover or create those opportunities. So oftentimes, like Emily says, most of her business comes from sphere of influence, SOI. Right now, in your minds, think about who in your family across the country may benefit from your services. The house is too big, too small, too old. Family member can't take care of it anymore. You know, a deranged uncle has built a nuclear reactor in the basement. We need to get away from that property. I had a conversation with a cousin of mine last night, and he lives up in upper state Washington. And he's got no possible reason to sell his acres. He has the perfect house at the top of a mountain, the edge of a river. It's like his perfect house. And I was like, are you ready to sell that house to me yet? Just jokingly. He's all, no, but we've been looking to find other property. I was like, oh yeah, what are you looking for? He's all, we want some more land in Washington. Jokingly, always bringing up real estate. But find something you can bite into. When you're on the phone with somebody, have a conversation. You know, how are things going? This is a forward call. Family, occupation, recreations, dreams. How is the family? Look for key tones that you can break into. Occupation. How is working from home going? Raise your hand if you worked from home during the last 12 months. Okay. Your clients, your friends, your families have gone through the same thing as well. Ask them how it's going. Assume they're working from home, and guess what? You're probably going to get a real response like, man, I hate it.
Mm.
Okay, tell me more. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell me
it's
more.
too small. My husband has an office. You know, but we all have some story that we can go off of, and then present the opportunity for that. You know, you have the solution. Hey, did you know that you could probably sell your house right now and buy a bigger one, and your payment would stay the same? But it's such a seller's market right now. I'm gonna have a hard time buying a house. Actually, it's a dual market.
We learned that yesterday.
No, we've known it. You just heard it from a third party, so it's solidified in your brain.
What did you say, Dan? Actually, what?
It's a dual market.
Okay.
An unprecedented high in sellers and an unprecedented low in interest rate balances out to a dual market. Because even though we have a super low inventory, we have highly motivated buyers.
Right.
And I'm a prime example of that because I got my husband to buy a house in this market, and he's a cheap bastard. I'll tell you that right now. And he is buying a house that is totally something that I convinced him of, and oh my gosh. So it can be done.
And Emily, we were talking about you selling your house and buying another one less than 2 months ago.
I know, isn't that crazy? But anyway,
And you
only
even
because
said Well, this is on my 3 to 5 year plan. You guys remember? I can go back and look at the recording. It's on there.
Well, and it's funny because this is kind of like it's kind of a middle of the road kind of house, but it's because it's like down the street from where my daughter wants to go to high school, and it has a guest house on it that I can now make an Airbnb, and so it balances everything out, and it's on an acre, and now I can actually like have a rock climbing wall, and I can dig a hole for a trampoline, and now I can do backflips in my backyard and grow a garden and have, I don't know, an orchard or something. And anyway, it fills a lot of buckets that the dream home doesn't. I mean, can't fill right now. Anyway, it's a whole long, messy, funny story, but it's going to be cheaper in the long run and saves my husband like $1,000 a month. And he went, huh, okay.
These are the conversations you can take out there into the wild and talk to your clients. It's not scary to break a conversation in with a friend,
Right.
but you need to find a way, and this is what we talk about in the scripting call, to create that conversation around selling a house. And anybody can find a buyer, right? Raise your hand if you know someone wants to buy a house right now. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Raise your hand if you don't want to run around in town and submit 36 offers on that buyer.
Yep.
Higher if you really mean it.
Yep.
You want the market, go find them a house to sell them. You've seen what's on the MLS. You've seen what's coming soon, because there's 45 buyers to every seller, it seems.
And learn
Go
how
find
to
the
write a
neighborhood
really
market.
good offer, and learn how to write an escalation clause that will work and appraise. Please be a good buyer's agent.
We'll talk about that tomorrow, maybe on Thursday, actually, for buyer's agents. Tomorrow can't be changed. But being
Yes.
able to have conversations. You excited for tomorrow, Larry? I'm excited for tomorrow. I love tomorrow.
I just hit me. Oh, that's right. It's 1 through 30 Wednesday or whatever.
Oh, there might be more numbers. There might be more numbers.
And before I forget, can I share something real quick?
Yes.
My daughter sent me a TikTok this morning and said, see, you could make TikToks like this, Mom. And it's from Ashley Sanchez in Phoenix.
Mhm. Oh, she's got a huge social following.
So she's just showing a house. And I was like, well, I already make videos, but I need to edit them and make them clear. So
Whoa.
point is, I was like, I need to get better on my editing. And TikTok, I haven't used it that much, does let you use that music. Because I'm like, obviously, Facebook always kills your music, but they're like, she was like, oh no, TikTok licenses it so we can sound more hip and cool on his phone. So anyway, I know I mentioned video yesterday too, but obviously it's a very popular thing with the younger folks, at least.
We'll go completely back about 15 minutes ago. And Larry, this is something I want to bring up, but I forgot. Where Larry's talking about how text is replacing most conversation. It's been that way for the better part of the last 5 years, maybe even longer. It's just now creeping into real estate because we're a harder community of people to sway and change. If text messages is becoming the form, why wouldn't you want to send out a quick text video?
Yeah.
How impactful would that be? Let's go back into a mindset of a consumer. You are online, it's 9 o'clock at night, and you're looking up some information. You're like, 9 o'clock at night, no one's ever gonna call me, right? 9 o'clock at night, boom. Put the information, what's my house worth? Here's my address, here's my email. I just want the information, don't call me, don't text me, don't nothing, right? Boom, click. And then you get a text message. Are you gonna respond to it? Or are you gonna look at it?
He's going to look at it.
You gonna get a phone call? Are you gonna answer it? Fuck no, it's 9 o'clock at night. No, I'm not gonna answer that. However, if that text, you open it up, it's a little video. Are you gonna watch it?
Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna watch it. Your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend will be sitting next to you like, what's that? You're like, oh, Larry.
Yeah.
He's telling me that he got my information. He's gonna send me over the information on what our house is worth, and that if I have any other questions to reach out to him, he's not gonna harass or bug me. Hey, Larry, it's Big Dan Caldwell Keller Williams. Just got your information request on the house. I'll be sending it over to you quickly. It'll be a full document and stuff like that. If you have any questions, give me a call back. I know that you probably don't want a bunch of phone calls or texts, so I'll be here if you need me. Talk soon. Then you're showing you're real, you care, and they're going to get the information. Think of a lead generated as a question asked. They're asking for a response. They're asking for something. If you don't respond, how does that make you look? If you answer just the question, how's that look? You're doing the bare minimum. If you go above and beyond and make sure that they understand it and you send them information to back it up, boom, now you're a professional.
Mm-hmm. I heard a new term called thumb stopping the other day. And the whole idea is that we're using our mobile phones more often than we're using internet, of course. And it's got to be something that causes you to stop, take just a quick split second and take a look at it. But it says that anything that's animated like video is 20 to 30% higher opportunity to get people to stop. But I like that thumb stopping.
Thumb stopping. So you can do it to your own friends and family on your sphere of influences. If you're using TikTok, great. If you're using Facebook, great. But I can tell you that TikTok gets more responses because it's video based. If you use Facebook, use the stories. Create conversation. But ask questions to unveil some of the hidden truths. You know? If you could change, here's a post on Facebook, do it today. If you could change one thing about your house, what would you do? On this call, who's not thinking about something you would change? I saw one yesterday from Ali Pastori. She actually left Pastori, Ali Pastori, and she left our company a couple months ago. But she put on something on Facebook yesterday, and she's actually really engaging on Facebook. It was pretty cool. She's all, tell me what you're paying in rent, and I'll show you what house you could have bought. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
That's a good one.
And that's interesting. It's a great way of looking at something. So
I'm gonna steal that.
Use it, repeat and duplicate. I love that Emily's wearing a purple shirt today and everything. Makes me so happy. So happy. So seller conversations that we need to turn into listings. So right now we're at the 0% mark. So we need to get the conversation going to get them in place so that we can have these conversations that are going to lead to us being at the kitchen table. We're going to continue on with the objections that you get at the kitchen table, but we need to have the conversations to get there first. And it's as simple as asking questions that are going to unveil a story. Not just, have you been thinking about selling your house? How many freaking realtors I have seen this week post, did you know the market was hot? You thinking about selling your house? What does that mean? It goes in line with our conversation yesterday using jargon. We're using terms that the general public doesn't quite understand. It's a hot market. The hell does that even mean? It's Tucson. It's 100 degrees. Of course it's a hot market. Right? These are things that we could really help play a better story with. Do a Facebook video when you're out doing a tour of a house that has an extra space for an office or a backyard that's got a getaway. Are you tired of the hustle and bustle? Get away in this oasis. Your kids driving you nuts, you can lock them in this dungeon. If you laugh, it will resonate with people. It will remember things.
Right.
You will unearth the people in your spheres that need your assistance. All right, somebody give me a question. I want 2 good questions, or 3, we get 3 in. 3 good questions that will help somebody unearth a story, not just a response. Level them towards sellers.
Are you stuck working at home and find that you don't have enough space?
There you go. Are you stuck working at home and don't have enough space?
Are you still in the closet? I mean that in the best way.
That could go in a multiple ways, Trisha.
It would make me laugh.
Are you stuck in the closet? Is working from home driving you nuts? All right, one more.
Could change one thing about your house, what would you change?
Oh, weird. It's almost like we gave the answers away earlier.
Yeah.
An open book test, guys. Successes leaves clues. If there's one thing about your house, what would you change?
I like that.
It's simple. It creates engagement.
There's always
Man,
something.
if it's something simple and you have a referral, you know what? I really want to do my backyard. Hey, I got a guy. Here, talk to him. That creates engagement where you now have a referral partner. So we all know Jason Carlton, right? You know, Mr. talks to everyone, personality himself. I had a guy come over to my house on Saturday to do a gate bid for me. His name is Gil. You know, it's custom metal. And Gil comes over. He's a real nice guy. He used to work for, what's that fire company at Oro Valley? Golder Ranch Fire Department. He's retired from there. His son's there. And he's all, Keller Williams, huh? Awesome. Do you know Jason Carlton? He's a great guy. I'm like, yeah, I know. I trained some of his agents. So he's just like, oh. But it was the fact that even in the conversation of real estate didn't even come up. He's all, where do you work? I was like, we work at, Heather was there with me. I was like, we work at Keller Williams. And he was so fine wired with Jason that the name Keller Williams came up and instantly Jason Carlton was in the conversation. How many people out there are that for you? Go create cheerleaders. Engage on social media so you can have conversations with people so you can give them value in their life so that they will help you share your vision, your mission, your goals, and help you get to yours. Zig Ziglar says best, you want a bigger life, you want a better life, help enough people get to their goals and you'll get yours.
I have a question.
I have an answer. What's up, Annette?
So when the person tells you how much they pay for rent, of course, what will be the next? It's pre-qualifying them, or is there any magic formula you can do to give them an idea of a house they can buy?
Google has this really cool thing. It's if you type it in, how much house can I afford? It's a reverse calculator. You can literally just put in an amount. It'll tell you roughly how much house they can afford. The biggest thing is if you get somebody to respond, now you know that they've got their hand raised. So if you say, hey, tell me how much you're paying in rent, and I'll tell you how much house you could have afforded. If someone responds, likes, comments, or anything like that, it's creating an element that you can follow up with. Because if they're responding to it or anything, then they have had that seed planted in their brain. You follow up.
The other piece is you can easily, get a lender just to help you. Hey, give me a range. And then, you can have a conversation, easily show them an MLS house anywhere, and then have a conversation. Well, this is something, but let's talk a little bit more about what your needs and what your wants are. And then I can really hone in on what you need and what area you're looking for, because it all depends, Obviously, this is a house you could afford, but I don't know where you want to live. Let's talk.
Emily's 100% right. If you unearth the story, you can follow up with it in a manner that makes sense. So go be a story writers. If you want to and you want to be crazy, tag me in the comment and you put your post up, put the first comment, tag me in it so I can see it and go give you some love. Like, comment, share on things. It gets more engagement for people. If you got family members or friends that are your cheerleaders and will do the same for you, ask them to do the same for you. If you guys have ever seen my posts, my mom will go into my Facebook from months ago and just start liking, commenting, and sharing on stuff because she just now all of a sudden remembers. And I'll have 15 shares on stuff I posted 2 years ago. But it's my mom, so we love her anyways. So go create those cheerleaders, guys, and that's all engagement. But I want you to get in the mindset of how do I find a seller today? Ask yourself this question every morning. What activities do I need to do today to ensure that I will have a listing signed today? I don't want you to think this month, this week. I want today. Is it impossible for you to take a listing a day? No. You can do it. You can do it. Ask great questions. Thanks, Trissa. Don't ask the usual stuff. It's already been asked a million times. Be different. Yeah, make them laugh. Old adage, if they're laughing with you, they can't be afraid of you.
Right.
And take that from a 6'3", 350-pound linebacker, right? They're laughing with you, they can't be scared of you. and Mara can be very scary. Kidding. You just got to smile.
Right.
Guys, real estate's a lot of fun. Go help spread the joy. Michael, congratulations on getting your van done. We're excited to see it wrapped. Awesome, my friends. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I think we have a broker call today, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, Dan, and everybody.
Ben's class today with Nancy Colvin at 1 o'clock. Good stuff to be on. Be well, guys.